Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mia Lawson and today we are going to talk about my sorority experience because it's a little bit non-traditional, I think. Alright, sororities and fraternities at my school are not a big deal. I mean, like, they're a big deal in the sense that lots of people do them and are a part of them, and especially the frats throw almost all of the parties that ever happen that freshmen can attend, at least. But they're certainly not like other schools. First of all, the administration is not a fan of Greek life and is basically out to get them in any way, shape, or form that they can. And second, we don't have houses on campus. In fact, we don't have like designated houses at all. I never planned on rushing, like, at all. I thought sororities, not for me. I mean, not really interested. I was thinking about maybe rushing the co-ed, like, education fraternity next fall, because you can't rush until you're a sophomore. But that's like a co-ed educational fraternity. It wasn't like a sorority or a frat or anything. I never planned on rushing that. Didn't sign up for Rush. I had friends who went through Rush, did the whole thing, some dropped out. Some committed to certain sororities. I think there's 5. There's Alpha Phi, Phi Sig, Tri Sig, AGD, and AOPI. So Rush had passed, but certain sororities did informal recruitment. Still not quite sure what that means. They don't do it every year, and not all sororities do it, but they had like an ice cream social, and one of my best friends was going, and she invited me to come, and I was like, well, I've got nothing better to do. So I went, and I talked to the girls in the sorority. Basically, you go to someone's house. Like, most of the juniors and seniors at St. Joe's, the school that I go to, live in houses nearby campus, and this house just so happened to have a lot of AOPI girls in it, so they hosted the ice cream social there. It was so cute. It was decked out in like streamers and sparkles. There was this huge chalkboard, and oh my gosh, it was so cute. And the girls were all dressed so cute, and they were all so nice. They would just come up and introduce themselves and talk to me, and it felt so genuine, and it wasn't like anything that I had ever expected, especially after hearing about my friends' experiences in the rush process. And like, I went home, called my mom, and was like, Mom, I have to be a part of this sorority. And I really, really, really hope that they bid on me. I told them that yes, I'm interested. And I got a text later that night saying, hey, like, if we put a bid on you, would you accept? It was sort of like an informal thing. And I was like, oh my God, yes, of course, like, please put a bid on me. And like a week later, I got a call saying, hello, we'd like to officially invite you to join the Alpha Omicron Pi sorority. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much, like, I'm so excited, like, all that stuff. So much fun. There were about like 12 of us who walked on to the sorority. Like, we didn't do informal rush, we did the ice cream social, and so we had stuff to catch up on. We had a new member meeting once a week for 2 hours. Those were not fun, and we had to do a little quiz, and you had to pass all the quizzes in order to be officially initiated into the sorority. And then about like a few weeks after, you know, like, we've been having member meetings, you did have to go to chapter. We went to chapter every Monday, and it says it's from 7 to 9, but it usually lasted around 7 to 8 for the most part. So much fun. Just like, being in a sorority was like nothing like I ever expected, and I'm just so happy and blessed that I did it. And I'll insert a few pictures as I'm telling this story. A few months later, like, not months, a few weeks later, I got my bag. Awesome. Honestly, like, one of the biggest highlights of my sorority experience so far. So the big little process on my sorority is that you go on dates, and then you give them a list of like the top 10 people you'd want to be your bag, and I assume the same is for all the potential bags. I didn't do that because I didn't realize we had to. I'd only been there for 2 weeks. I'd only been on one date, and it was like a double date or a triple date. It was with me and a potential bag, another girl and a potential bag, and then who ended up being my bag, and then another girl in my bag, and a different bag, potential bag. And I didn't do that, so I was kind of like, everyone was like, who did you put as your number one bag? And I'm like, didn't put anybody. Turns out, if I had sent in a list, I would have put down the bag that I had now. I hadn't had the chance to meet a lot of other potential bags. She was someone that I talked to at the ice cream social for quite a while. We got along super well. She was actually like one of the people living in the house that the ice cream social was at, and I had no idea who my bag could possibly be. And I went to Big Little reveal, and I got Lanessa, and it was just perfect. I was like, oh my god, like, yes! I was so excited. And then we went out to dinner afterwards, and it was awesome. And you know, we try to get together at least once a week outside of chapter meetings, because even during chapter meetings we don't really get that much opportunity to talk to each other, since she's secretary, and she's part of LC, which is Leadership Council. I love my sorority, and I'm super blessed to be a part of a sorority that is so genuine and kind to each other, and it feels like a real sisterhood. I don't think that other sororities, not necessarily on my campus, but around the United States, could say the same. I'm always happy to rep AOPI. So then flash forward again. Oh, another big thing that I forgot to talk about, Room Bomb. Room Bomb, incredible, awesome. Super tied with Big Little reveal for best part of the whole sorority process so far. It's hard to explain, so I'll just put in the pictures, because completely just incredible, and my bag went all out. I was so impressed. Then we had pinning, which is where you wear all black and you get a pin, and that's just like, so you're like an official new member. And then you have, and it's like a sheaf of wheat, and then you have a de-pinning where you wear business casual and the pin gets taken off because you're no longer a new member. And then you have initiation, when you wear all white and it's super special, and you learn there's like a secret handshake that I can't talk about, and there's a song, and it's just, now I'm a fully fledged member of Alpha Omicron Pi Sigma Beta, and I'm happy. I don't believe that sororities are for everyone. It's really not. But it's nothing like I expected, but I'm so glad that I did it. Oh, one more thing is that if you are thinking about rushing, do it. Just do it. Even if you're thinking about it at all. Because you can rush, and if you decide, you know what, this is just really not for me, I don't like this, it's fake, I hate it, because I know people like that, you can drop out. You can drop out of the process. I know people who've done that, but I feel like just do it if you're thinking about it, because it provides such great opportunities to meet people. I feel like I've met so many amazing women and men through this whole process that I can't wait to be on the other side of it next year, getting to know what do you even call them? The rushers? The new recruits? It'll especially be interesting since I did not do a formal rush myself. But I'm excited. I can't wait to get a little. I want a little so bad. I don't actually know how that whole process works. But yeah, side note. If you're thinking about doing it, just give it a shot. You never know. You never know. And if they have informal rush, that's even better. You get to skip all of the stress of rushing and just focus on a single sorority and getting to know them and figuring out if you want to be a part. Yep. Okay, so now this is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.